Hello dear student, welcome back to the lecture series of Digital Electronics. In this video, we are going to discuss about Hamming codes, which is given by R.W. Hamming. Hamming code is used to detect an error bits which is transmitted from transmitter station to receiver station, and we can easily detect the error bits in the given information with the help of this code. This code is not only provides the detection of a bit error but also identify which bit is in error so that it can be corrected. Thus, Hamming code is error detecting and error correcting code. In this video, we will discuss 7-bit Hamming code, which is used in digital communication. We can make more than 7-bit Hamming code with the same process. The code use number of parity bits located at certain position in the code group, and the 7 bits are given as these are the 7 bits. For example, if we give the number like bit number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. In 7-bit Hamming code, we have 4 information bits plus 3 parity bits. Now, the position of parity bits can be found with the help of the theorem given by R.W. Hamming. And the theorem is very simple. We can place a parity bit at the location of 2 to the power n. Here, the value of n is 0, 1, 2 up to capital N. Okay, so if we place n is equal to 0, then we get 2 to the power 0 and is equal to 1. That means the first parity bit, the position of first parity bit is given as first bit. If we represent the first bit like T1, parity bit 1, then I can write over here parity bit 1. So this place is used for parity bit 1. Now, if we place n is equal to 1, then we get 2 to the power 1 and is equal to 2. That means the second position of parity bit is given over here. And the second one parity bit is equal to P2. If we place n is equal to 2, then we get 2 to the power 2 and is equal to 4. That means third one parity bit, the position of third one parity bit is equal to P4. In our final code, we can place third one parity bit over here, P4. We can use remaining bits for information bits. So if I use D3, D5, D6, D7 are the data bits for the given Hamming code. Now, the value of parity bits can be found with the help of binary information. For example, if I write all the bits over here like P1, P2, then D3, then P4, then D5, D6 and D7. Okay. Now the binary value. Now if we convert this code into binary location number, that means the binary value for 1 is equal to 001. The binary location for parity bit 2 is given as 010. The binary location for D3 bit is given as 011. Binary value or binary location for parity bit 4 is given as 100. That means the binary value of 1 is equal to 011, binary value of 2 is equal to 010, binary value of 3 is equal to 011, binary value for 4 is equal to 100. Similarly, binary value for 5 is equal to 101, binary value for 6 is equal to 110 and binary value for 7 is equal to 111. Clear? We have 7-bit Hamming code. That means we cannot use n is equal to 3. If we use n is equal to 3, then 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8. And we have to use only 7-bit Hamming code. That means we doesn't require this 8th bit. Okay, so we have calculated only 7 bits. Now the value for parity bits. If we want to use a even parity, then the value of parity bit 1, binary location for parity bit 1 is equal to 0, 1, 1. In the binary value, we have LSB is equal to 1. That means we have to check the binary position of data bits in which LSB is equal to 1. That means if we check D3 bit, then LSB is equal to 1 in D3 bit. In D5 bit, the LSB bit is equal to 1. In D6 bit, we have binary LSB value is equal to 0. So we will not consider that position. If we check D7 bit, then the LSB value is equal to 1. That means parity bit 1 is depends on D3, D5 and D7. D3, D5 and D7 bits. If we want to use a even parity, then the number of 1 in all these 4 bits is equal to even. For example, the 4 information bits are 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, that means the value for D3 is equal to 1, value for D5 is equal to 0, value for D6 is equal to 1 and value for D7 is equal to 0. Okay, now if we check D3 bit is equal to 1 in our example. So D3 is equal to 1, D5 is equal to 0, D7 is equal to 0. That means if we want to make an even parity, then number of 1 in the final message is equal to even. In our case, the number of 1 is equal to 1. So if we want to make an even parity, then we have to use parity bit P1 is equal to 1. Now the final message is equal to 100. That is the message, and one parity bit, that is 1. That means the number of ones in the final message is equal to 2, and 2 is a even parity. Now parity bit 2, binary location for B2 is given over here and 1 is in the middle position. So we will consider all that data bits in which the middle bit is equal to 1. So in D3 bit, the middle bit is equal to 1. In D6 bit, the middle bit is equal to 1. And D7, the middle bit is equal to 7. So P2 is depends on D3, D6 and D7. In our message signal, the value for D3 is equal to 1. The value for D6 is equal to 1. The value for D7 is equal to 0. Now if we want to make an even parity, then number of 1 in this message is equal to 2. So we will add parity bit is equal to 0 for even parity. That means final answer is equal to 110 and parity bit is equal to also 0. So number of 1 in this message is equal to 2 and 2 is a even number. Now the last one parity bit, that is P4 parity bit. In the binary location for P4, 1 at the place of MSB. So we will consider the bits or data bits in which MSB is equal to 1. So in P5, the MSB is equal to 1. In data bit D6, MSB is equal to 1. Data bit D7, MSB is equal to 1. So P4 is depends on D5, D6 and D7. Now if we use the message bit, then D5 is equal to 0, D6 is equal to 1 and D7 is equal to 0. Now if we want to make an even parity, then the number of 1 in this message is equal to 1. So if we place P4 is equal to 1, then we get final answer is equal to 0, 1, 0 and parity bit is equal to 1 and number of 1s is equal to 2 and 2 is a even number. This way we can find the parity bits, the value for parity bits for the final message signal. So our final message signal is given as P1, P2, D3, P4, D5, D6 and D7, and parity bit 1 is equal to 1. Parity bit 2 is equal to 0. D3 in our message signal is equal to 1. P4, that is a parity bit and is equal to 1. D5 is equal to 0. D6 is equal to 1 and D7 is equal to 0. So this one is our message signal, final message signal, or we can say a Hamming code, which we can transmit from transmitter station to receiver station, and we can detect the error if any bit of the given data is changed from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. So this way we can construct a Hamming code for binary information, and this message is of 7 bits. So we can say the final Hamming code is a 7-bit Hamming code. Now let us discuss how to detect an error from the message signal. Now, as we discussed earlier, the Hamming code, 7-bit Hamming code use 7 bits. If we transmit these 7 bits from transmitter to receiver, and due to noise or unwanted signal, the message signal is converted from 010101 to 110101. That means if you observe both this transmitted message and received message, one bit is changed from 0 to 1, and that bit is D7 bit. So if computer want to identify or detect an error bits, it will use a parity bits to identify or to detect the error bit. Okay, so receiver knows the parity bits are in even parity, then computer must have to check parity bit P1, P2 and P4 bit, and if computer identify any one parity bit is in odd parity, then it will easily identify the error bits, or it can detect the error bits. So as we discussed earlier, P1 or parity bit is depends on D3, D5 and D7. So in our case, P1 is equal to 1, then P2, then D3, P4, D5 and D6. So D3 is equal to 1, D5 is equal to 0 and D7 is equal to 1, and parity bit is equal to 1. That means the number of 1 in this message is equal to 101 as it is, and one parity bit 1. That means in this final message the number of ones is equal to 3, and we have an even parity, and we get number of ones is equal to 3, which is an odd number. That means there is a one error bit in D3 or D5 or D7. Let us check one more parity bit P2, and P2 is equal to 0. P2 depends on D3, D6 and D7. Now let us check D3 is equal to 1, D6 is equal to 1 and D7 is equal to 1. If we write the final message, then 111 is message and parity bit is equal to 0. Again the number of ones is equal to 3. Okay, and 3 is an odd number. That means one error which is similar bit in P1 and P2. That means that bit may be D3 or D7. Let us check the final one, P4 parity bit. P4 is equal to 1 in the received message, and P4 is depends on D5, D6 and D7. If we place all these bits, then D5 is equal to 0, D6 is equal to 1, D7 is equal to 1. Again, the number of ones is equal to 1, 0, 1, 1, and parity bit is equal to 1. The number of ones is equal to 3. That means 3 is a odd number. If you observe all these parity bits, then all these parity bits depends on one common number, and that common number is P7. That means the error in this message is D7 bit, because all these parity bits are depends on D7, and due to D7 all these parity bits are transferred from even parity to odd parity. Clear? That means an error over here D7 bit, because all these parity bits are depends on D7 bit. If D7 change, then parity bit also change, because all these parity bits are depends on that bit. This way, we can easily identify an error bits in given 7-bit Hamming code. So, to correct this error bit, we must change this error bit D7 is equal to 1 to 0. So, we get the final one corrected error corrected answer, and D7, D6, D5, P4, D3, P2, P1 is equal to 1 is changed from 1 to 0. D7 bit changed from 1 to 0, and remaining bits are as it is. This one is the error corrected 7-bit Hamming code. This way, we can use a 7-bit Hamming code to detect and correcting code.